Hi guys, welcome to Crochet Wonderland. Today we're making a cute pink frosted cookie, and it uses 3 colors for sprinkles, frosting, and the cookie itself. Let's get started. Okay, first up I'm starting with my cookie yarn, and we're going to make a magic ring. And if you're wondering how to make a magic ring, I'm going to show you. So to do that, wrap the yarn around your pointer finger, then wrap it towards the right side on your middle finger to make an X like this, and then end on the bottom right. And then this top right loop up here, you're going to insert your hook slowly like that. Then you're going to twist it clockwise. And with the working yarn around your pointer finger, you're going to yarn over, turn it to the left, and pull through the loop on your hook, like that. Then tighten the loop, and let's get started with round 1. Okay, to start round 1, we're going to be making 6 single crochets. And to make a single crochet, you are just going to insert like this, and yarn over. And by the way guys, don't get confused because sometimes I do hook over and yarn under, but it's the same thing because the yarn will go over at one point. Okay, so there's one way and there's another way. This way, if I make a single crochet this way, it looks like an X, but if I make it the regular way, it'll look like this. But it doesn't matter, so just don't get confused. So as I was saying, you would insert, yarn over, pull through, then you're gonna have 2 loops on your hook, and then with the working yarn over, turn it to the left and pull through both loops like that. You made your first single crochet, and then we're gonna place a stitch marker. And here I've got this stitch marker. I'm just going to place it through this V, like that. I'm just going to lock it and place your hook through the loop. And we're going to make 5 more single crochets because we've already made one. So remember, insert, yarn over, pull through. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook and yarn over, pull through both. We're going to make 4 more. 3. 2, and so we've made 6 single crochets now, and we're going to just pull on this tail really hardly to close up this circle. And then in the first stitch, we're just going to take our stitch marker off, and you can place a slip stitch or a single crochet, but I'm going to place a single crochet. So just insert that, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Might feel a little weird, but you can get used to it. Place your stitch marker in the loop, in the stitch actually. And for round 2, we're going to be making an increase in every stitch. And to make an increase, that means to do 2 single crochets in the same stitch, or just a stitch that you're using. That's in our case, it's 2 single crochets. So we've already made 1, and in this same stitch over here, we're just going to insert and make our second single crochet like that. So it's a V. I'll show you again. Insert, make 1 single crochet, and then make your second single crochet like that. And then you just do that until the end. And in the end, you are going to have 12 single crochets. I'm going to speed up a little bit. Oh, and you can also crochet with yarn tails, so you don't have to cut it up and it won't become an ugly mess later. But you can if you want. There's no problem in that. And now I finished this round and I've made 12 single crochets. See, and you can just go like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There we go. And now in the first stitch, let's take our stitch marker out and place our single crochet or slip stitch. Oh, and I forgot. A slip stitch is when you insert, yarn over, turn up to left, and pull through all loops. So pull through the stitch and then pull through the loop on your hook. That's how you make a slip stitch. I'm so sorry. And now let's place our single crochet if you're doing a single crochet. Now I'm going to put my stitch marker and let's start round 3. Okay, to start round 3, the pattern is going to be 1 single crochet and then an increase. So that means since we've already made 1 single crochet, the next stitch we're just going to insert and make an increase. And remember, an increase means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So 1 single crochet, then the second stitch an increase. So every second stitch would be an increase. And if you watch my videos, you know that I always count like 1 increase, 1 increase. It helps a lot. So I made 1, then an increase, 1, and then an increase. And you just repeat that until the end, and then you would have 18 single crochets at the end of this round. I'm in my last stitch, and it's going to be an increase, 17, and 18. And I finished my 18th stitch, and now in the first stitch, let's place our slip stitch or single crochet. I always keep my loop big when putting my stitch marker. I don't want stitches to fall out. And let's start round 4. And to start round 4, we're going to be doing the pattern 2 single crochets, meaning 1 single crochet, then the next stitch another single crochet, and then after the 2 single crochets will be an increase. So let me show you. I've already made 1 single crochet, as you guys know. So I'm going to make my second single crochet. See, like that. It takes up 2 stitches, and on the third one, let's make an increase. Remember, that means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So every third stitch would be an increase. And let me show you again. We make 1 single crochet, second single crochet, and then we're going to make an increase. Like that. And you repeat that until the end, and at the end of this row, you're going to have 24 stitches at the end of this row. I'm at my last stitch again, and it's going to be an increase. And now place your single crochet or slip stitch into the first stitch. And remember, you could have stopped at any row, right? And made it how big and small you want it to be. And you could have just skipped all the way to the cream part, frosting part, to see how that works, and just finished your piece. Just remember that. And let's start round 5. Okay, and the pattern for round 5, and we're going to do the pattern of 3 single crochets and then an increase. Now I probably understand how it works, so here's my first single crochet. I'm going to make my second single crochet and the second stitch and my third single crochet, like that. And then at the fourth stitch, we're going to make an increase. So every fourth stitch would be an increase. Let me show you again. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to make an increase. And repeat that until the end of the round, and you'll have 30 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, now I'm on my last stitch, and we're going to make an increase. And the row is done now. I'm done with my cookie. but you can make it bigger, and let me show you how. So the next row you can make 4 single crochets and then an increase. Then row 7 would be 5 single crochets and then an increase, and so on until you find the however big you want your cookie to be. This is how big I want it. So if you are doing single crochet like me to end the round, we're going to be doing slip stitch now, so it's a clean finish. So remember, insert, yarn over, turn up to the left, pull through that stitch and pull through the loop on your hook. And there we go. We finished our little cookie, and now what we're going to do is we're going to chain one and fasten off. And to chain, you're just going to yarn over, turn up to the left, and push up to the back and pull through the loop slowly, like that. Just pull on it to make it small, and then you can fasten off. Like that. Put your hook in the loop, pull it outwards, and then you can just pull it through other stitches. And you can sew and cut your tails, and then I'll be right back. I finished cutting my tails, and now we finished our simple cookie, and now we can put that aside, and it's time to work on the frosting. Okay, I got my pink yarn and my hook, and let's get started by doing a magic ring. And you know how to make a magic ring? Remember, wrap it, pointer finger, make an X towards the res on your middle finger, insert, twist clockwise, yarn over, pull through. But I feel like this is too big. Let me make a smaller magic ring and come back to you. I made a smaller magic ring now, and it's small enough. So let's get started by making 6 single crochets. All we're doing is following this pattern, but making it 1 row less for the frosting, but I'm still going to work with you. So we're going to make 6 single crochets like this, second, third, fourth, and fifth. That's 5th. And we're going to make our 6th one now. So we've made our 6 single crochets. Take the tail and pull on it tightly to close the circle. And now make your single crochet, slip stitch in the first stitch of the row. So we're making a single crochet. But we don't want those yarn thingies coming out. Those can ruin a whole piece. So don't be using that happens, because then you're going to regret it. So put your stitch marker, and obviously I should change my stitch marker to pink. Duh. And now we're going to insert our hook. And this row we're going to be making an increase in every stitch, having the total of 12 single crochets. And remember, increase means 2 single crochets in the same stitch, or our case, like that. And just repeat that until the end. And on my last stitch of the row, that is going to be an increase, like that. And we're going to make our single crochet, slip stitch in the first stitch of the row, and then place your stitch marker like that. And now the pattern is going to be 1 single crochet, and then in the next stitch an increase. As you know, every second stitch would be an increase. So repeat this pattern until the end. And I'm on my last stitch, and shall be an increase. Remember, on this row you would have 18 single crochets, and you can try it on your cookie like that. Well, it's looking really nice so far. And now it's time to put your single crochet slip stitch on the first stitch of the round. Then place your stitch marker on. And it's time to start round 4. And the pattern for round 4 is, drumroll please, 2 single crochets and then an increase. Remember, 1 single crochet, then in our second stitch we're going to make 1 single crochet, and then again we're going to make an increase on the third stitch and repeat that until the end of the round. And time to make our increase on the last stitch. And since on the cookie we did 5 rounds, on the frosting we only do 4 rounds, and this is our 4th round. So if you did bigger or smaller pattern, the frosting would just be 1 row less. So it'd be 1 row smaller. And I've finished. So now we're going to take our stitch marker off. And we're just going to slip stitch into the first stitch. Make sure it's really tight. And now we're going to chain 1. Like that, and fasten off like that. Put your hook in the loop and fasten it, and pull through the stitches, and then you can sew and cut your tails, and I'll be right back. I finished cutting it, and now it's time to not sew the cookie yet, unless you're not going to put sprinkles, but I'm going to put sprinkles. And to that, I'm just going to get my darning needle and put my yarn through. And remember, if you don't have a darning needle, you can obviously just use your hook. It's a little harder, but it's done. I used to have that. I never used to have these darning needles. So to make a sprinkle, just going to insert somewhere in a stitch, and it's only going to be 1 stitch long. And then we're just going to put it over that stitch, and you make a sprinkle, and then you can just do that around like this. See? Like that. And just sew in your sprinkles, and then I'll meet you. When you guys finish, just tie your yarns up and cut it off. I'm done sewing the sprinkles, and we're just going to sew the frosting on with the frosting color. So get your darning needle out again and your frosting color yarn. Make sure it's pretty long. And then we're just going to insert on every 4th row stitch. Like you could start wherever you want, like that. Just like on the 4th row. And it's like perfectly easy, because it has the same amount of stitches and everything. So there's nothing complicated and there's nothing you need to worry about. And just sew this, and then I'll meet you when I'm done. Or at some parts. Okay, finished sewing the frosting on, and the back looks pretty funny, but the top is looking really nice. So I have a lot of extra yarn, so if I were you, I'd just cut it off. And then tie it, and then just pull it through the bottom, and then cut and sew it off. And I finished cutting it up. And with a little bit of cookies and frosting, you get a frosted cookie. Here's your adorable little cookie. I hope you liked it. Super easy, fun, and quick. Perfect for little cookie lovers or bakers. And I hope you liked this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.